You put the report in the mail on Friday?
What do you mean our files are
This inventory
incompatible?
report's no good. It's a week old.
Does your department know if they'll be done on time?
Do you think that this deadline is realistic?
Why can't we get our inventory updates here with our forecast?
Can't we incorporate this into our existing system?
We need to reschedule everyone.
Steve from Marketing's on line 3.
You'd think by now we'd know how to do this better.
How about the fuchsia?
Oh, I don't know, Angela. I think that the colors mushroom and sandcastle have got a certain integrity. Plus, we have got a warehouse full of them.
If you think that you can marry earth tone and neon, fine.
Angela,
Hi, Steve. How's it going?
don't ask.
Not bad, huh?
New York just about laughed us out of the buyer's show. Look, I have serious doubts about basing our whole fall line on that new synthetic fabric. See, I'm not convinced that it lives up to our quality standards. It turns out that this same stuff flopped in Europe. I'm really afraid we're going to have to find new suppliers.
Susan is going to flip. She warned them about this in her analysis that she wrote 3 months ago.
Oh, that's right. Boy, I'd like to get my hands on that report. Didn't she recommend some viable alternatives?
It's on her PC.
Well, can't we get onto her computer?
We could, but I don't feel comfortable rifling through her files. She's not going to be back here until Wednesday.
Look, I don't think you can waste another minute if we want to save the launch of the fall line. As the alleged head of this product planning committee, I say that we have to meet before noon.
Yeah, well, that's fine for those of us here, for Meg in financing and Ben in sales. But the folks in production at Glen Park, it's going to take them a while to get here, even if they are free.
All right, well, then let's start by tracking down Ben. It's almost impossible for him to get to a meeting, so we'll work around his schedule, all right?
All right. Gotta go.
All right, listen, I'll call you back in a few minutes.
All right, thanks. There goes my day.
That'll work out for you. Okay, good. It works out.
Hello.
Okay, so marketing will write the report. But if we're going to change this new fall line, we're going to have that report in front of the executive committee by the end of the day.
Okay, Steve, what form do you want the new product design specs in? What's the quickest way to get it to you? I could put it on floppy.
That's great. Give it to me in hard copy, too. If the format isn't right, we can re-enter it.
We're going to be lucky to get the new production schedule even drafted by late this afternoon.
Well, that's not going to be enough time for me to re-enter the information. Can't you get it to me any sooner?
Steve, I can get you profitability projections by noon, but these numbers are going to be in flux as we get new estimates from our suppliers and the sales force. We won't have the final budget till 6 p.m. at the earliest.
Excuse me, are you guys about ready to wrap it up in here? I've got this room scheduled at 12 o'clock.
How am I going to pull this report together in time?
Okay, as long as the merchandising department is up to date, then we can pull it off.
Okay, great. Jan, can we have the final design in a week?
Let me just check one thing.
Okay, now the time crunch. You know how crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna call merchandising right after this.
Sure, I'll make a note of that in my calendar.
Okay, then I can finish the preliminary prototype 2 weeks after that.
Ah, that's no good. I'm gonna have to have it earlier than that to meet the catalog deadline.
I'm not sure I can finalize the design any earlier. I've already got a bunch of meetings tentatively scheduled.
Okay, I suppose I can speed up the spec process, okay? Let's see what we got here. Okay, now if I can get this job done by the 19th, and here, I can get this done a week before.
Alex, you're gonna have to keep me updated as you progress. Oh, which reminds me, none of this means anything until we hear that Zoe and the folks in the sample room are still on track. Let me just make a quick call.
Hi, this is Zoe.
Zoe, Steve,
Uh-huh.
are the fall jacket samples ready yet?
I'm sorry, Steve. We still need to talk to 3 different suppliers in Asia before we can go ahead. I thought you knew that.
Oh, we're more than ready on this end. In fact, Alex is waiting.
I didn't realize that was hanging you up. We'll get right on it. Bye, Steve.
Thanks.
What'd you say?
Look, let's just look at our calendars and synchronize.
Uh-oh. Looks like we need to find a new source of acid-washed fleece, like now.
Fine. But I still need to know what they're thinking of regarding specs and dates. What do they think? We're telepathic?
We can make it, but only if we all stick to the schedule.
And we keep in touch with each other.
Well, look, I'll keep the master schedule, but this is going to be a real pain to keep track of everyone and the status of their progress.
This report for 2 weeks.
Well, that's life in the field, Abby.
It's so frustrating.
This inventory report's no good. It's a week old.
I know. I'm sure by now we have a lot less of these denim goods than we have reflected here.
I agree. It's the same old problem. I don't want to promise merchandise that we don't have to my customers. Don't we have a more current update on the inventory situation?
I know manufacturing has this information.
Why can't I get all this information on the same system I get my sales forecasting data on?
That idea was proposed to information systems a few months ago, but they said it would take 2 years to build a custom system for us. They told us it'd be too complex and too expensive.
2 years? Well, I know there's tons of databases that run on my PC. There's got to be a system out there that'll do our job.
Of course.